the good work.
Thank you.
All right, Veronica, you've been traveling the world. You've been to Africa, you've been to China. When you go travel the world, what are you doing and what are you talking and what is your message?
What I do is I share my personal story. I speak to the youth and adults, and I just tell them no matter where you come from, no matter where you've been, no matter what you've been through, who was or wasn't in your life, you can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. It's possible. And I just let them know that I try to motivate and empower them to know that you can be a virgin still, and you can abstain from sex if you're not a virgin. Like, this is not just for me. I'm not the only one in this world that can do this. This is for everyone, and I try to instill that in them and show them through my life story and through my personal story that it's possible.
That's awesome. I met a 49-year-old virgin.
Wow.
Yeah, just a couple of weeks ago, and I was trying to beg her to come on this show also, but she just was kind of shy. But you're right, there are a lot of people that are virgins. All right, we're going to go to our next question.
First of all, I want to say congratulations. I think that is a great thing that you're doing. I have 3 boys myself, and I try to encourage them on a daily basis to wait until they are married. But I have a 2-part question. Was there a point in your life that you were very close to giving your virginity, and if so, at what age, and why didn't you?
Yes, there was a point in college. When I was in college, I had a lot of guys coming at me as a freshman, and also as a sophomore. And I felt in college I was away from my mom and my sister, and it was my time to do what I wanted to do. So I would, of course, be involved with these guys, and they would come to my dorm room, and on some occasions it would get close to me having sex. And like I said, I thank God that I didn't, and it was just me just wanting to be who I wanted to be, and be that independent person and say, well, I'm just going to do what I want to do. And at that point in college, there was a very trying time for me, and there was a lot of temptation and a lot of things going on around me that wasn't lining up with what I felt like was the right thing. But through it all, God kept me.
All right, we got another question.
Hi, Veronica. How are you?
Hi, I'm great.
My question is, I know you tend to say you have more male friends than females. Have you ever met a guy and, told him what you were doing, and, he may have had other intentions and you picked up on it and cut that friendship off?
Yeah, I've had that before. And that's why when I meet anybody, I pray that God gives me discernment, and I know what their intentions are and what their intentions aren't. So I think for me, I've met several guys that I've told what I'm doing, and they say, okay, well, that's good, and I support you, but they really don't deep in their heart. So I have met those guys, and now they're not in my life. So I just thank God that He showed me who they really are and who they truly were. So yeah, it's been plenty of those guys, and right now, like I said, they're not in my life right now, and I just pray for them in their hearts, and God works on them with that.
Right. And one more question for you.
Okay.
What's the youngest that you start talking to, like the youth? What age do you start mentoring to them?
Age 10 is what and it's because in middle school they're talking about sex and doing things that I wouldn't think they were, but age 10 is when I go speak. I let people know that I will be talking about sex, I will be talking about my personal life, virginity and abstinence, and it's up to the parents to decide whether the child is mature or not to hear what I have to say. So I say age 10, but sometimes I have a 9-year-old in there, and their maturity level is more than an older person that's there. So it just depends on the parents and what they think, and I also just tell them what I'm talking about also.
Okay,
thank you.
Excellent. All right, can you give us some statistics on STDs?
Yes, wow. Of course, with STDs, I know that between the ages of 15 and 44-year-olds for young ladies, the average STD for the year is, with everyone, is 18.9 million, and half of that is young girls between the age of 15 and 24. And for me, in that age range, that is of course when young ladies are, doing what they want to do. They have their mindset of, I'm getting grown, I want to be who I am. So I know that STD is half of the majority of the people who have STDs in this world. And even with pregnancies, 750,000 young girls are getting pregnant every single year, and I know that number is growing every single year with shows like Teen Mom and I'm 16 and I'm pregnant. So those STDs, for me, that's why I do the V movement. That's why I keep going, and every time I read an STD that says that, I know that that one young lady that has fallen victim to the STD or that statistic, I pray that it won't be a young lady that falls victim to this statistic because of the V movement.
You know, what's bothering me is the little girls. Like back in the day, it seemed like the little boys were the aggressive ones. But what has happened that the girls are the ones? When I talk to little boys of today, of course, I'm a mother of a boy and a girl, and it's like, even the things my daughter tells me, the little girls are the ones now you got to watch out for.
Yes.
I mean, they're pressuring the boys, and I don't understand what is it that the little girls are just it seems like they're pressuring the boys, and I don't understand that.
I think it's more, it starts out, and I know for me, it's that attention. They want that attention, and they think those young men want somebody that's fast or want somebody that's promiscuous or want somebody because they see how they respond to young ladies who are outside of them knowing a person. Like, I had a survey, and I surveyed these young men, and I asked them about how they felt about their opinion about young ladies who were promiscuous and had a lot of sexual partners, and they said that they didn't agree with it. And but most young ladies, if they didn't know them personally, they would think they agreed with it and they wanted to have sex with them and they wanted them to have a lot of sexual partners. But I feel like they, in that love that I keep going back to, if they're missing it from their father, they look for it in their young man. And I know for me, I was missing it from my father, so I looked for a lot of men would give me that love that I was missing. So I think it starts from that attention and that love and that just wanting to do what everybody else is doing and wanting to be that young lady that you see on the videos or you see in the music videos on TV and things like that. They want to pursue and be those people that they think they should be, what they really should not.
Well, what the girls that are watching, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but the ones that are watching us, what can we tell them? I'm talking about the 9 and the 10 and the 11-year-olds. You
don't have to be what everybody else says you have to be. You are worth so much more than you can ever imagine. You are a jewel. You are a gift. You are beautiful, just the way God created you. And you don't have to do anything that any guy tells you have to do. That love that you're searching for from that man, it comes from within. And I know personally that you may think you should get that love from that young man or get it from that person that is saying, I love you, but you are so much more worth than what you can ever imagine. And as you get older, there may be temptations, there may be things coming your way that make you, go a different way or think negative about yourself, but you are a beautiful young lady and you don't have to do anything that anybody tells you that is a negative thing in your life. You are such a beautiful young lady.
That is awesome. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, the little boys that are being pressured. I don't want to leave the boys out today, but if you're a little boy and you're watching the Mills Connection show and you have a little girl that keeps harassing you, speak to the little boys also.
For the young men, I know it's a part of, people tell you it's a part of manhood to be this man, to be this bold man that has a lot of girls, that's maybe a player or that has women coming after you. But as a young man, I feel like it's your goal to respect young women, and it's your purpose to be that person saying, no, I respect you because you're not wanting to have sex with me. I respect you because you are created in God's image. So I feel like for you, I know they may be coming at you. They may be, having short skirts on and having cleavage out and having things looking a certain way to maybe tempt you or make you want to have sex with them. But stand strong on your manhood. Be a man and say no, and don't be a man and say, well, I'm just going to be this player that everybody tells me I have to be.
Awesome. All right, we have somebody else who wants to ask a question.
Hello, Veronica.
Hello.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to ask you, what's the response that you're getting from the young people that you're speaking to?
It's different responses for everyone. I have some people that are amazed and want to know more information, and I have some youth that sit back and they don't say anything. And I feel like sometimes for me, I just go in and saying, I'm just going to speak what I have to speak and not worry about whether they're taking it in or not, because I may think they're not, but they really are. And I think some people who are quiet and shy, they may just sit back and listen. They may go home and tell their moms what they heard. But for me, I can't go in just saying, well, if they were asking me a lot of questions, then they're more into it, because every young child takes things different ways. And I just know that if I go in and speak the truth and speak what I believe, that they're going to, some out of 100 kids, one person may get the message. So they sometimes, they ask a lot of questions and they want to know more, but some young kids, they sit back and say, well, yeah, she's just talking to us just to be talking.